Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a quick disassembly of the Divo knives nip prototype. So we got these in. I just want to rip one down, see what's inside. I like to always do that with a prototype to see what is crack-a-lackin', see if I can put in skiffs, that whole jazz. I didn't check if this had our logo in it. Yes, it did. I like how Kubi does the milled logo. Other OEMs, for some reason, aren't able to do that. So, nice, simple construction here. We have a screw there. Let's just put these in order. And then we're probably going to just need one of these. I'm going to go ahead and guess this one, but let's see. Are they both structural? Let me just test that. All right, we'll find out. Let's just take it. Yep, looks like we need both. Okay, so there we go. Oh, you're right. It's a liner lock. I always forget shit like that. So, yeah, it looks like the top one goes into the back spacer and the bottom one goes into just the liner as far as I can tell. So let me just see if I can screw these back down. Should be titanium hardware. See, that one's not. Yeah, this one screws into that actual liner there. So here's the clip. Purple clip, purple collar. I think we're going to try to make it a little bit more vibrant. Try to make it a purple like the Stout V2 right here. That's my thinking anyway. You can see the difference. What they do is more of a matte finish to the purple, where this is a like polish. So that's the difference. Plus the color's a little different. So let's get this guy off. Should just pop off. Yep. So that's your liner right there. And then you have your stock bearings. Put these aside. I'm probably going to skiff it. We have our back spacer right here. This is like a little square thing or rectangle. Looks cool. Here's your blade. Such a little guy. It's almost like a little, you could almost just use it like it is. That made no sense, but you know what I mean. And then the pivot come out there. So let's take our little picture here. I like to always do that. Put this here, that there. And our pivot. There we go. Just get a little zoom image. Sorry. This will be the thumbnail, so easier to just take it real quick and then zoom back out or whatever I gotta do. There we go. Okay, so I'll grab some alcohol. We can clean everything off. So Kubi, I mean, I've now had, I don't know, 4 or 5 different knives from them, either prototype or production of ours, and they all pretty much break down the same way. I mean, you just, you know, take it apart, it comes apart. They do such a good job. It's not a pain in the ass, which is nice. I really appreciate that from them. Their quality, in my opinion, is very good. And for the price point, it's damn near impossible to beat. So that's my take on Kubi. Really dig Kubi. So the detent on this guy was actually really good. I might try to add just a touch of pressure because I personally like it to be a little bit stronger, but I need to be careful. You can see where it is lined up right now, and I'm just going to feel this out a little bit. And that was it. See if that does anything. All right, so we're going to put this guy back in here. Actually, let's clean that out real quick. Yeah, there's schmutz in there. Let me get my... gonna need this anyway. I have a new little tray coming from Tinker Force. Big shout out to Tinkerforce. Go check out their stuff. They're always linked in my disassembly list down there. I always put the tools that I use, and the tray, which is this tray, comes from Tinkerforce. And they made me a new little stand like this. And I got it pimped out where it holds bits, 3 KPL bottles, 2 drivers, super glue, and even holds some of these guys. We'll see how it comes out, but I'm really excited for it. I can't quite get this collar out. It's usually the case with these kind of... Yeah, and I don't really need to, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Alright, so we're going to take our KPL original. Just going to put a little bit around the barrel. I like to do that just to oil that up a little bit. And the show side would be this side, right? Alright, that screw came out. Gonna leave the clip on the right side just because I'm probably gonna carry this tomorrow, and I'm gonna carry it righty because I have my stout prototype in the left pocket. There you go. So that popped in there. That goes on this side. Skiffs. Just need our 5mm 1/16. That's the other cool thing with Kubi. I've got it down with them now where we always get the same bearings, at least so far, and they do a great job with them. They seem to always fit, you know, which is nice. Some companies, some knives, you just can't get them to work, and it's possible that'll happen here, and I'll, you know, eat my words, but usually I can get theirs to fit really easy. So we got that guy. I did not clean the detent hole, so I'm going to do that really quick. Always try to clean that out. Nice deep detent hole, so she said. There's some schmutz in there. So I always recommend you get in there and clean your holes out, because it could affect your detent, could cause a lash. You could have all types of things happening because you didn't clean your hole. Sorry, can't help myself. All right. Clean it off. Where's the other bearing? They kind of blend in. Using KPL Original on the bearings, and then I'll use Heavy on the detent track. Shout out to knifepivotlube.com. You can use my code LeftyTEN over there for 10% off, sometimes more, off of the microfiber Q-tips, the lube, the rust remover, the KPL knife shield, all types of awesome stuff. So then we're going to take Heavy, and we're going to put a little drop right here. Just a couple little drops. Don't have to go crazy. And then we're going to drop our liner on. And remember, if there's something wrong with the action, it's probably my fault because I went too far with the bending. So we'll see what happens. Oh, shit. And sometimes I realize that the liner went on too far. And I'm like, why is it going so far? And it's because I forgot the backspacer. Don't worry, I'll get it off. There we go. All right, backspacer goes in like so, I assume. This guy goes back on like this. Wait, I'm like, why isn't there a hole for the lanyard? But it's because it's a little post thing. It's a pretty cool design. Kubi actually came up with that for us. Shout out to Kubi. All right, and then we go on here. The pivot was captive already, which is awesome. So we put this down, and what I'm going to do is take my driver, if I can find it, over here. This is the Audacious Concepts driver. Love this thing. I'm just going to start driving this guy in and see if I can get it in. I can't. What about you? Ah, that was the problem. That screw was... Got it. I had that screw tightened, and it was pushing up on stuff. So now, everything's seated back in. Hope that made sense to you guys, but... does to me, anyway. Satin hardware, so I'm just trying to be careful, but I always scratch satin hardware, so... nothing new. See how that feels. That guy's spinning, so we'll check on that. Well, I definitely increased it a little too much, I think. I mean, this thing is, I'm going to take your finger off. So I think what happened was the detent was probably really good. And I cleaned everything nicely. And it probably would have been perfect. But my dumbass had to go ahead and mess with it. So here we are. So I'm going to put it back. And then we should be fine. Skiffs feel pretty good. So I think I just went too far. I need to come back down a little bit. Try that. Baby steps here, guys. I don't want to fuck up too much. Should be pretty easy process now that I have it down. It's just, you know, you got to take 4 screws out, unfortunately, but it's okay. That clip design is very interesting. I do kind of want to reverse it just to see how that setup works. Okay, centered. Yeah, that's definitely better. Still nice and snappy now, but I can actually like fire it and feel pretty good about it. It's still kind of strong. Could probably come down a little more, but I kind of like it. I think I'm going to leave it where it is. See how it breaks in. I mean, it swings down pretty good. See how tight I have it too. Might have it too tight. Let's see. Back it off a touch. No play. Yeah, that's perfect. So I just need to find that spot again. That's going to be fun. So for the clip, what you would have to do is, let's just see how this works. Take this screw out. So you have this little placeholder screw. Then these two come out. Damn, that is one long ass screw. Just kind of weird because that one's the bottom one that's not even used. On the other side, you know what I mean? So it can't be really doing anything, but usually when you have a clip like this that doesn't mount into a slot, so you don't know what angle it's supposed to be at, I'll just start tightening the screws, each of them like one by one a little bit at a time, and it'll usually show you where it's supposed to go. So it's a tapper on this side, which is weird. Well, let's see once I tighten it all the way. Weird. So, ow, shit. Did not check for splinters. There's a little unfinished there. Yeah, they didn't finish that too well over there. Probably because they didn't expect me to take it off. But anyway, I'm going to put it back just to see what happens when I put it back. See if it's still tapping. Man, that screw is super long, dude. Look at that thing. Crazy. I'm just surprised it goes on the bottom. So again, this is what I'll do. I'll take this one, drop it in. That'll basically line the clip up. Now when I tighten it a little at a time on each side, it kind of just puts it where it's supposed to go. And we're going to see if it's a tapper. See, like this side's now doing the same thing. So I think there's just a thread in there or something that was coming out. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, we're tapping now. All right, so now I just need to bend the clip. It's probably from me carrying it today in my thicker style pants, and I probably just bent it. First I'm going to try to do it by hand, and then I'm going to do the trick that I always do. I already know the long screw goes at the bottom. Oh wait, are they the same length? No way. That's so weird, right? Didn't one of them totally seem longer? Yeah, I got a splinter for sure. It's such a small clip, it's kind of funny. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh yeah, that definitely should be good now. So I'm pretty sure those are the same. Guess it just felt longer for some reason on the one. Might need my handy dandy. Let me just check. Yeah, we're good now. So I'm gonna grab my Skiff Latheworks finger bit. So it's this little guy. Take it. You can buy these on their website, and you just lock in this side. So instead of dealing with spinning pivots using two drivers like that, you just do this. Boom. Tight. And this one also was doing it. Hold that. Tight. And that one's tight. No tap. The clip's got tension. Nice snappy ass detent. It is centered, so really just need to Loctite it now. So we just got to figure that part out. Don't really care which way this is facing. You can kind of adjust that if you You see how it turns there for me, but it doesn't bother me. So let's just clean everything and then we'll finish this. Yeah. Okay. So I usually try to center these first. So get that centered. Now I'm just going to test the pivot, see how tight I need to go. Okay. That is centered. No play. And the action's suffering a little bit there. So I went too far. No play. Ah, shit. I think I may have gone too far on the detent thing. No play. Skiffs will break in, so I just need to get it to this position somehow. It's still centered. And no play. So this is good. So how do I get it there? Well, somebody recommended something to me. They said to use a marker, and I don't know if this is going to work, so we'll see. I'm just going to put a straight line like this. So when those two line up, that's where I was at. But the problem is, what if I take the screw out? How do I know I'm putting the screw back in at the same position? You know what I mean? So when I took that out, the screw was aiming up. So this is what I'm going to try. Aim that up. Like right there, and see. So that's lined up, centered. No play. Huh, look at that. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm going to be more focused on that than anything else, but see if she works. All right, so take one of these, take just a little bit on there. So try to get it on the threads. Put a little bit on the screw. And we can go to work. Okay, let's see what happens. Lined it up. No play. Close. Might be a little tighter than it was. Oh, it already Loctited. That should be good. Should break in. Yeah. So then I'm just going to do this. Clean off the tang here in case any of my... Oh, that's another thing I could do real quick. It's just... Is that the one? No. Almost done. All right. So I'm just going to take a little bit of KPL heavy and get that detent ball, which I think I can get from out here. Nope. All right. So the detent ball is kind of hiding up there, so I'm just going to sneak it in like here. That. And then open and close it. Because I'm sure whatever KPL heavy I had on there wore off before when I took it apart 8 times. Oh yeah, okay. And then clean the tang because I probably Got some on there. And last but not least, just take a little bit of alcohol and wipe off that marker. Boom. Wipe down the knife. And we're good to go. Yeah, if I had my druthers, I would have loosened it a touch, but I can't now, and it's fine. And that'll just break in because the skiffs just got put in there, dead centered. And it was good before. Honestly, it was probably perfect, and I had to mess with it because that's what I do. But out of the 4 prototypes, I mean, they're all really good. You know, this one's going to drop more because the detent is a little softer on this one. So that's what you get. Less tension, more drop shut, right? And then you have one like this guy, where it has a lot of tension. And so it's going to be a little less. Well, no, they tuned it perfectly. And that's why I take that back. That's why the lock bar tension is not everything. You can add too much and cause issues, but I mean, I think I did fine. But the, you know, the detent hole and the ball, all of that is just as important as the tension. But yeah, these are awesome. Really excited about these. So there we go, guys. That is the Divo knives nip disassembly, reassembly 4 times. That's how it usually goes for me. And let me know what you guys think. And we'll update you as we go on these. We don't have a plan yet for these. But let us know if you're interested. S90V titanium, probably going to be, you know, somewhere around $200. Less than, you know, it'd be like $199 or less. So love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.